What if I told you that the secret to productivity isn't doing more things, but doing fewer things that actually matter? What if there was a 2,000-year-old system that could help you cut through the noise and focus on what truly moves your life forward? The Stoics mastered the art of essential action in a world full of distractions. Stay with me, because this approach is about to revolutionize how you spend your time and energy. Welcome back to Daily Stoic Insights. This is episode 9 of our transformative series, How to Think Like a Stoic. In our distracted world, the ability to focus on what matters is a superpower. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because today's principles could transform your productivity forever. Welcome back, modern Stoics. I hope you've been practicing character-based leadership from episode 8. Today we're tackling something that affects every aspect of your life: productivity and focus. I used to be constantly busy, but rarely productive. I'd work long hours, but accomplish little that mattered. I'd chase every opportunity, respond to every notification, and say yes to every request. I was busy, stressed, and exhausted, but I wasn't making real progress on what mattered most. Then I discovered how the Stoics approached work and focus, and everything changed. Marcus Aurelius ran an empire while writing philosophy and leading military campaigns. Seneca managed vast wealth, advised emperors, and produced timeless literature. Epictetus taught students, developed profound insights, and influenced generations, all while dealing with physical limitations. They weren't superhuman, they just understood something most people miss. Productivity isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters. Today, you're going to learn their exact methods for cutting through distractions and focusing on essential action. Here's what I'm going to give you today: Marcus Aurelius's emperor-level prioritization system, Seneca's time management philosophy that treats time as your most precious resource, and Epictetus's method for focusing only on what you can control. Plus, I'll show you the one question that instantly reveals whether something deserves your attention. This isn't about time management, it's about life management. Understanding Stoic productivity philosophy. Let me start with a story that will change how you think about productivity. Picture Marcus Aurelius during the Antonine Plague. The empire is in crisis, people are dying, the economy is collapsing, and he's leading military campaigns on the frontier. How did he manage it all? He didn't try to do everything. He focused on what only he could do. He wrote, "Confine yourself to the present. Ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? Because most of what we say and do is not essential." He had a simple but powerful system. Focus on what matters, delegate what others can do, and eliminate what doesn't serve the common good. This allowed him to lead an empire, write philosophy, and maintain his sanity during one of history's most challenging periods. The Stoic understanding of true productivity. The Stoics had a revolutionary insight. Busyness is not productivity. Activity is not achievement. Motion is not progress. Here's their framework. Productivity is about impact, not activity. It's not about how much you do, but about how much good you do. Quality over quantity. Always. Focus on what you can control. Don't waste energy on things outside your influence. Channel all your effort into what you can actually affect. Align actions with values. Every action should serve your deeper purpose and values. If it doesn't, question whether it belongs in your life. Present moment awareness. The only time you can actually be productive is now. Don't live in the past or future. Focus on what you can do right now. Marcus Aurelius's emperor-level prioritization system. Level 1. Essential actions. These are things only you can do that align with your core responsibilities and values. Marcus asked, "What does my role require of me that no one else can do?" Level 2. Important but delegatable. These matter, but others can handle them. Delegate with clear expectations and support. Level 3. Urgent but not important. These feel pressing, but don't actually move you forward. Handle quickly or eliminate. Level 4. Neither urgent nor important. These are distractions disguised as work. Eliminate ruthlessly. His daily practice. Morning. Identify the day's essential actions. Throughout the day, ask, is this necessary before starting any task? Evening. Reflect on whether the day served his highest purposes. Seneca's time management philosophy. Seneca understood something most people miss. Time is your most valuable resource because it's the only one you can't get more of. Here's his approach. Time audit practice, Seneca wrote. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. He regularly audited how he spent his time, asking, what activities truly serve my goals? What am I doing out of habit rather than intention? Where am I letting others control my schedule? What would I eliminate if I only had 1 year to live? The investment mindset: treat time like money. Invest it wisely. Ask, what return am I getting on this time investment? Is this the best use of this hour? Batch similar activities, group similar tasks together to maintain focus and reduce mental switching costs. Seneca would dedicate specific times to correspondence, specific times to writing, specific times to business. Protect your peak hours. Identify when you're most mentally sharp and protect that time fiercely. Use it for your most important work, not for emails or meetings. Epictetus's control-based focus method. Epictetus developed perhaps the most practical productivity system ever created. The control filter before starting any task. Ask, is this within my control or outside my control? If it's outside your control, don't waste energy on it. The sphere of choice. Focus on the 3 things you always control: your thoughts and judgments, your actions and responses, your values and principles. Everything else is outside your sphere of choice and therefore not worth stressing about. The role-based approach: identify your key roles: parent, professional, citizen, friend, and ensure your actions serve these roles appropriately. This prevents you from neglecting important areas of life. Practical applications for modern productivity. Email and communication management. Check email at designated times, not constantly. Use the 2-minute rule. If it takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. If not, schedule it. Ask, does this require my personal response, or can someone else handle it? Focus on clear, concise communication that serves the recipient. Meeting and commitment management. Before accepting any meeting or commitment, ask, what is the essential purpose? Can this be achieved another way? Prepare for meetings with clear objectives. End meetings with specific action items and deadlines. Say no to commitments that don't align with your priorities. Project and goal management. Focus on 3 to 5 major goals at most. Break large projects into daily essential actions. Ask, what's the one thing I can do today that would make the biggest difference? Review progress weekly and adjust as needed. Digital distraction management. Turn off non-essential notifications. Use apps and tools that serve your goals, not distract from them. Create phone-free zones and times. Ask, is this technology helping me focus or fragmenting my attention? Common productivity traps and how to avoid them. Trap 1. Confusing busy with productive solution. Measure results, not hours. Ask, what did I actually accomplish, not how long did I work? Trap 2. Trying to do everything solution. Use the Stoic prioritization system. Focus on essential actions and eliminate the rest. Trap 3. Perfectionism paralysis solution. Remember that done is better than perfect. Focus on progress, not perfection. Trap 4. Reactive rather than proactive solution. Start each day with intention. Plan your essential actions before checking email or messages. Trap 5. Neglecting rest and renewal solution. Remember that rest is productive. You can't maintain peak performance without recovery. Backslash. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, this sounds great, but what about when everything feels urgent and important? Great question. I'm about to show you how the Stoics handled overwhelming workloads and competing priorities. Plus, I promised you the one question that instantly reveals whether something deserves your attention. Keep watching. This is where theory becomes practical transformation. Handling overwhelming workloads the Stoic way. The Marcus Aurelius crisis management approach when everything feels urgent. Pause and breathe. Take a moment to center yourself. Zoom out. Ask, how will this matter in 10 years? Identify the essential. What absolutely must be done by you today? Delegate or eliminate. What can others do, or what can wait? Take action. Focus on one essential task at a time. The Seneca energy management system Seneca understood that energy, not time, is often the limiting factor. Match tasks to energy levels. Do creative work when you're fresh, routine tasks when you're tired. Take strategic breaks. Short breaks maintain performance better than pushing through fatigue. Protect your energy. Avoid energy drains like negative people, pointless arguments, or excessive news consumption. Invest in energy sources. Exercise, good nutrition, adequate sleep, and meaningful relationships. The evening planning ritual each evening. Seneca would plan the next day. Review the day's accomplishments and lessons. Identify tomorrow's 3 most important tasks. Prepare mentally for potential challenges. Set intentions for how to show up as your best self. The weekly philosophy, review Marcus Aurelius, regularly step back to review the bigger picture. Are my daily actions aligned with my values? What patterns am I noticing in my productivity? What's working well that I should continue? What's not working that I should change? How can I serve others better through my work? The monthly life audit Epictetus taught the importance of regular self-examination. What roles am I neglecting? Where am I wasting time and energy? What commitments should I eliminate? What new practices would serve me better? How am I growing as a person through my work? The one question that reveals true priorities. Here's the most powerful productivity question from the Stoic Toolkit. If I could only do 3 things today, what would they be? This question works because it forces you to identify what truly matters, eliminates the illusion that everything is equally important, creates focus and clarity, reduces decision fatigue, aligns your actions with your values. Building your personal productivity philosophy. Your productivity values, what matters most to you in how you work and live? Excellence over speed? Impact over activity? Relationships over achievements? Growth over comfort? Service over self-interest? Your productivity principles based on Stoic wisdom. What rules will guide your productivity? I will focus on what I can control. I will prioritize essential actions over urgent distractions. I will align my work with my values. I will take care of my energy and well-being. I will serve others through my productivity. Your productivity practices, what daily, weekly, and monthly practices will support your productivity? Morning planning ritual, evening reflection practice, weekly review and planning, monthly life audit, regular breaks and renewal. The science behind Stoic productivity. Attention research studies show that the average person checks their phone 96 times per day and can only focus for 11 minutes before being interrupted. The Stoic practice of single tasking and present moment awareness directly counters this fragmentation. Decision fatigue studies research demonstrates that we make thousands of decisions daily, depleting our mental energy. The Stoic practice of having clear principles and priorities reduces decision fatigue. Flow state research studies by Dr. Mihai Csikszentmihalyi show that people are most productive and satisfied when in flow, a state of complete focus on meaningful, challenging work. Stoic practices naturally create conditions for flow. The 7-day Stoic Productivity Challenge. Day 1. Time audit. Track how you spend your time for one day. Categorize activities as essential, important, urgent, or neither. What patterns do you notice? Day 2. Priority clarification. Identify your top 3 priorities in life right now. How much of your time and energy are you actually spending on these priorities? Day 3. Control assessment for everything on your to-do list. Ask, is this within my control or outside my control? Focus only on what you can control. Day 4. Distraction elimination. Identify your biggest distractions and eliminate or minimize them for one day. How does this affect your focus and productivity? Day 5. Energy management. Pay attention to your energy levels throughout the day. When are you most focused? When do you need breaks? How can you optimize your energy? Day 6. Essential action focus. Choose only 3 essential actions for the day. Focus on completing these before doing anything else. How does this change your sense of accomplishment? Day 7. Integration and planning. Reflect on the week. What productivity practices serve you best? How will you integrate these insights into your ongoing routine? My daily productivity ritual. Morning. Underscore throughout the day. Underscore evening. Underscore. My weekly productivity review. What questions will I ask myself each week to stay on track? My monthly productivity audit. How will I regularly assess and adjust my productivity approach? My productivity emergency protocol. When I feel overwhelmed, I will. The compound effect of Stoic productivity. Week 1. You become more aware of how you spend your time and energy. Week 2. You start focusing on essential actions and eliminating distractions. Week 3. You develop better boundaries and say no to non-essential commitments. Month 2. You notice significant improvement in your focus and accomplishment. Month 3. You achieve more meaningful results with less stress and effort. Month 6. You develop a sustainable productivity system that serves your deepest values and goals. We're getting to the most practical part now. I'm about to share Marcus Aurelius's exact daily productivity routine that he used to run an empire, plus a simple system you can implement immediately to transform your focus. And at the end, I have an exciting preview of our final episode where we'll put it all together and create your personal Stoic life philosophy. Marcus Aurelius's exact daily productivity routine. Here's how Marcus Aurelius structured his days, based on his meditations and historical records. Morning. Dawn. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work. As a human being, what do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for? The things I was brought into the world to do. His morning practice. Reflect on the day's purpose and priorities. Mentally prepare for challenges and difficult people. Set intentions for how to serve the common good. Review his principles and values. Throughout the day, ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? Because most of what we say and do is not essential. His ongoing practice. Before starting any task, is this necessary? When facing decisions, what does virtue require? During interactions, how can I serve the common good? When stressed, what can I control in this situation? Evening. When you lie down at night, review the day's events and ask, what did I do well? What could I improve? What did I learn? His evening practice. Review the day's actions and decisions. Learn from mistakes without harsh self-judgment. Plan for tomorrow's essential actions. Practice gratitude for the day's opportunities. Your simple Stoic productivity system. Based on everything we've covered, here's a simple system you can start using immediately. The 3-3-3 method. 3 essential actions. Each day, identify 3 things that absolutely must be done. 3 control questions. Before starting any task, ask, can I control this? Is this necessary? Does this serve my values? 3 evening reflections. Each night, ask, what did I accomplish? What did I learn? How can I improve tomorrow? The Stoic productivity mantras. Morning. I will focus on what I can control and what truly matters. Throughout the day, is this necessary? Does this serve my highest purposes? Evening. I did my best with what I could control. Tomorrow, I will do better. Your personal productivity mission statement. Complete this statement. I am productive not to be busy, but to underscore. Examples. Serve others and make a meaningful contribution. Create a life aligned with my deepest values. Build something that will outlast me. Become the person I'm capable of being. Solve problems that matter. The ultimate Stoic truth about productivity. Here's what Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus all understood. True productivity isn't about doing more things, it's about doing the right things. It's not about being busy, It's about being effective. It's not about managing time. It's about managing attention and energy. When you focus on what you can control, align your actions with your values, and eliminate what doesn't serve your highest purposes, you don't just become more productive. You become more fulfilled. As Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." The practical results of Stoic productivity. When you consistently apply these principles, you accomplish more meaningful work with less stress. You have clearer priorities and better focus. You waste less time on distractions and busy work. You feel more aligned between your actions and values. You develop sustainable productivity habits. You create more time for what truly matters. Next week, we're bringing everything together in our final episode, your personal Stoic life philosophy. I'll show you how to integrate all the practices we've covered into a coherent life philosophy that guides every decision, every challenge, and every opportunity. We'll create your personal Stoic manifesto that will serve you for the rest of your life. It's going to be the perfect capstone to this transformative series. Before you go, I want you to make a commitment that could transform how you spend your most precious resource, your time. First, hit that like button. And here's why this matters. Every like tells YouTube that content about meaningful productivity deserves to be seen in a world obsessed with busyness and distraction. You're voting for depth over superficiality, for purpose over activity. Second, I want you to comment with this phrase, "I focus on what truly matters." But here's what I want you to do. Identify one thing you're currently spending time on that doesn't actually serve your values or goals, and commit to eliminating it this week. Third, share this video with someone who's always busy but never seems to make real progress. Maybe someone drowning in emails, someone who can't say no to commitments, or someone who's lost sight of what really matters. You could literally help them reclaim their time and focus. And if you haven't subscribed yet, remember, we have one more episode in this series, and it's going to tie everything together into your personal life philosophy. Don't miss the culmination of everything we've built together. Come back next week and tell me about your productivity transformation. I want to hear what you eliminated, what you focused on, and how it changed your sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. Remember, you have the same 24 hours as everyone else. The difference is how you choose to use them. Choose wisely. I'll see you in our final episode. Until then, focus on what matters.